You know how sometimes people are like, I've never met anyone like that before? I've heard that said so many times about these two people on my channel today. Hey guys, I'm Bibi. Welcome to my channel. I am a teen entrepreneur who makes content regarding singing, teen entrepreneurship, and other random things that just go along in my daily life. And today I have a very special video with two very special guests. If you're in the teen entrepreneurship realm, you actually might know them because they're kind of like famous in the teen entrepreneurship area. And these two people are really breaking barriers as high schoolers in teen entrepreneurship right now. So without further ado, let's welcome Kai and Kyler. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Hello everybody, my name is Kai Fine. I'm one of the co-founders of Spark Teen and I'm going into my senior year at Lincoln High School this year. When I'm not working, I like to cook, I like to play soccer, and I like to deepen my knowledge of anything business.
What's up? My name's Kyler. I co-founded Spark Teen about 2 years ago with my friend Kai as a local night market here in my hometown of Portland, Oregon. And outside of Spark Teen, I like to cook, I like to write, I like to learn Mandarin, and really also stay active and be outdoorsy, because I think one of the best parts of living here in Portland, Oregon is being able to surround myself with nature and take hikes, go to the beach, and really just be outdoors all the time.
This is so cool to have co-founders of such an awesome company on my channel today. Why don't you guys introduce to me what Spark Teen is?
Spark Teen is an entrepreneurial launchpad focused on elevating, inspiring, and uniting teen entrepreneurs from all around the world. So we'll host events bringing teen entrepreneurs together, create super authentic, energetic spaces where teen entrepreneurs can directly sell their product, start their company, and really get to know one another, because we think that community is the fuel for innovation. And so something we really believe at Spark Teen is that the best way to produce innovation is by bringing people together through collaboration and community, and creating these energetic spaces where teens are interacting, engaging with each other, and producing these really innovative ideas. And so community, we think, is really a cornerstone for all of that.
Yeah, that's so cool. You know, a lot of people ask me this question. They're like, Phoebe, how do I come up with ideas for businesses? And so that's my question to you. I think everyone's own journey is different, but I really want to hear, how did Spark Teen get started? How did you guys come up with this idea?
Yeah, sure. And just to give some background, in Portland, Oregon, we have this really great night market culture. So there's Portland Night Market, Jade Night Market, a whole bunch of night market events where people will just get together in celebration of local businesses. And it's just like a great Friday, Saturday night hangout. And so I met up with my mentor, Tyrone, and Tyrone's a local entrepreneur in Portland. And we sat down and we began, just talking. It was just like a first introduction meeting. And we thought, how cool would it be if we had a night market where there were just teen entrepreneurs out there hustling, selling clothing, selling food, selling artwork that they made at home. And we thought, okay, you know what? Let's do it. Let's make this night market for teen entrepreneurs. And so that was our first event in Portland, Oregon.
For that first market, we ended up working with a nonprofit called REAP that works with low-income students, and we brought them in and introduced them to entrepreneurship and worked with them throughout this program. And then the culminating event was the Spark Teen Market. And what we realized is the impact that we had on those teens and the impact that we had on the people who went to the market was really astonishing. So we saw an average rise of like a 1.0 GPA in the students that we worked with, and just kind of the feedback that we got from the parents and the kids who went to the event, talking about how their kid was jumping up and down and was super excited, wanted to start their own business. We realized that we just want to bring that to as many people as we possibly can. And so we pivoted a little bit, and we were like, how can we take this market structure and this feeling that we got at the market, this kind of joy, and bring it to as many people as we possibly could? We moved into doing chapter pitch fests, right? And obviously that was the beginning of COVID, right? When we'd only run one or two events. We ran one in San Diego and one in Boston. And then after that, we had to move all the rest of them online because of COVID. So we ran some in Seattle, in San Diego, and we're going to run one in Nigeria as well, which is super exciting.
I think that's exactly why I found Spark Teen so cool, because it was teens that actually want to help other teens. And I think that's really rare, because nowadays people are so competitive. It's like whoever is succeeding is in my way of success. But you guys actually went out of your way to pave the road for more teen entrepreneurs. So why don't you tell me a little bit about what you guys were doing for the past year?
This past year, one of the major things we did was launch the Spark Teen Accelerator program, which it started with a challenge, you could say, that was really the entrance, I guess, test or the entrance into our actual accelerator. So for that challenge, it's 3 rounds of judging, where we kind of like sift through all these different applications of ideas, of teams, of companies. And then eventually we take it to those top 10 teams and we bring them into our accelerator. So we got over 1,000 entries from 27 different countries this year. It was our first year running it. We were super, super happy with the turnout. And we saw some really great ideas from all over the world. And it was really interesting to be able to see what kind of problems people are facing and people are solving in all these different places. I'll just talk a little bit more about the Accelerator program itself, because we talked about, I guess, like the entrance to it. But once we have these teams already in the Accelerator, they're all in different places, right? So some of them are pre-seed and some of them are already going for their Series A or Series B. And basically what we do is we work with these teams to move them forward as fast as possible. We connect them with mentors, we give them perks, resources, just things that specifically apply to them. And it's a very individualistic program, because with only 10 teams, we can work with each specific team and help them through the process, and really cater what we do towards that team. We also do hold some workshops, but really the goal of this is only do things that are going to directly benefit your company, so that in this 4 months, we can get you up to the amount of work that you would have done in a year.
Yeah, so now that you introduced to me what you guys were doing for the past year, tell me a little bit more about your future plans. What are you guys going to do in the future to expand SparkTeen even further?
The Accelerator is mainly for the purpose of smashing that barrier, right? It's saying, high school entrepreneurs, teens can start these successful companies straight out of high school, and really just prove that concept. And then from there, we also want to do programs that impact more people overall in terms of quantity, right? Because right now we have 10 teams in the Accelerator, but from there we actually want to branch out and be able to use that proof and be able to use that same concept and expand it to thousands, tens of thousands of teams around the world. So we're looking to do startup weekends, obviously COVID allowing. So what that looks like is this energy-filled 48-hour work fest where people are surrounded by this energy, this high level of energy, this really curated culture and this curated community of teams around them, happening locally all around the world. And then also other different models that we're testing out, right? Because we really don't know at this stage what works and what doesn't.
No, I'm really excited to see what you guys have in the future. I'm sure it's going to be great. And what you guys have done already has already shown that you guys are really, as I said before, breaking barriers within teen entrepreneurship. And it's really awe-inspiring in my opinion. That leads me to my next question, which is, if I'm a prospective teen entrepreneur, so I don't have a business yet, but I'm looking to start a business, or just say I've already made a business, but I don't really know what I can do to get involved with SparkTeen. Do you guys have any recommendations? How do I get in touch with SparkTeen? What can I do with SparkTeen? And how do I get information in the future of what you guys are doing?
Yeah, so it depends on where you are. We're running Pitch Fest, startup weekends, these residential camps in a bunch of different places around America and in Africa and in a few other countries as well. But of course, we do have a website, sparkteen.org, shameless plug. So go visit that. You can find all the information you'll need there. We do have a newsletter that we send out monthly. If you sign up to that, we'll keep you posted on what events we're running, what's happening at SparkTeen, what's going to be happening in the future. I think that's the best way to stay updated.
Yeah, and this is my last question to all my guests, which is, do you guys have any final words of wisdom for teen entrepreneurs or any teen who wants to start a project?
Just start with something small. Don't build a 4-year plan before you've even started your company. Like, launch with an MVP, right? A minimum viable product. Launch with that. See, do people even want what you want to start? Like, do people want the product that you want to make? Is that something that needs to happen, right? And then from there, be confident in yourself and just launch, start, and ask for help, because as a teen entrepreneur, people want help. They want to give back to the next generation, because a lot of the times, like, entrepreneurs who are maybe 30, 40 years old, they see themselves in you, and they see that that's where they were when they were your age, and they really want to help. And that's the best resource that you can get, is somebody who's willing to go on this wild ride of being an entrepreneur with you and keep you on track and really just help give you that confidence that you need to start out.
All right. Sorry, there have been people in the lobby this entire time just having super loud conversations, so I wasn't able to talk at all for a long time. But go all in, right? Go 100%. Go 100% all the way, right? I see people on LinkedIn all the time especially teenagers, kids in high school, doing like 10 things at once, right? And I think that the way you should plan out your life is understand whether you're at a point where you're all in or all out. So when you're all out, you're out there learning, you're doing things that really accelerate your growth. Maybe you're doing like trying to learn Mandarin while you're also trying to learn how to code while also doing a bunch of other things and juggling a lot of things on your plate. But I think that all of that learning, all of that growth needs to culminate eventually in something that you go all in for. So that means, put in 100% of your effort on one thing. But I think what people don't understand often is that like doing more, like a larger number of things or a larger number of companies means that you're just doing all of them badly, right? And this is a lesson that Kai, me, really, I think a lot of people just in entrepreneurship have faced is that you try to do too many things, right? And so like Kai and me were thinking about, Kai and I were thinking about starting a different company a while back. And what we realized was, look, like if we just did both of them, we just do both badly, right? And so ultimately having to choose one thing to go all in for is both a drawback, but also a strength in that you're able to do one thing extremely well. And so understand what stage you're at, right? Are you all in or are you all out? Both are equally valid, because if you're all out, you're learning, you're growing, you're exploring. But if you're all in, then you're all in, and you've only got that one focus that you're putting 110% of your effort into.
Thank you guys so much for being on my channel and sharing your own experiences, life lessons, and advice. I think that this can come really useful for many people, especially teens who haven't started a business yet but want to, or are thinking about creating a new initiative. I think this is really, really awesome. If you guys did enjoy this video, please check out Spark Teen. I'll leave the link into the description box below. And if you did like this video, please give this video a like and comment something nice if you're in a good mood, and I will make sure I respond. So thank you guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!